So this video is a refutation to all those nerds who always say, I wish life was perfect. I wish there was no evil in the world. I wish, I had all the money. I wish there were no struggles. I wish everything was just perfect. And this is something I actually see atheists talk about a lot. Like, well, why is the world not perfect if God's perfect? But I'm not going to talk about that in this video because I feel like that would derail the discussion. But realize there's perfection and imperfection because you see this all the time. And I've personally experienced this too. You have this big goal, you hit it, and then you're not really satisfied. There's no, there's a paradox in perfection. Okay, say, let's put it like this: in chess, wouldn't it be perfect if everybody was equally good at chess? On paper, that seems perfect, but not really. Because what's the fun in playing in chess if everyone's great, if everyone's the same, if everyone's great? Where's the joy in being better than someone? Where's the grind of being a bad player and becoming a good one? Isn't that the whole point? When you do this, quote unquote, idealist, perfectionist world view, or whatever the hell you want to call it, you end up taking away the fun. You take away the imperfection to make it perfect, but by extension, you're making it not perfect because it's not fun anymore. This goes for literally everything. Imagine if everyone in baseball hit 60 home runs every single season. That would be ideal. That would be perfect, right? Well, everyone's equal. It's perfect. Blah, 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 blah. Well, no, not really. Where's the fun in hitting 60 home runs then? It becomes trivial at that point. But what if everyone got 10 gold bars every single day? Only 10 gold bars every single day. Everyone had an equal amount of gold. Well, what's the fun in owning gold then? Everyone owns gold. Everyone owns the same amount of gold. And then even when you apply this to moral things, like why, to me, I think it's good that the evil's in the world, because how can good exist if evil doesn't exist? If everyone's neutral, if no one's evil, then how can anyone be good? In order for someone to be good, much like how someone has to be a winner, there has to be evil. In order to be a winner, someone has to be a loser. So when you hear people talk about this perfectionist world, everyone's a winner, everyone's good, this, that, and the third, this is how I want the world to be, this is great, blah, 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 blah. Realize that there's actually a contradiction. There's some sort of paradox hidden in here. Because think about it. If your whole life purpose is to make the world morally perfect, or make the world like everyone, on equal playing field, then once you get there, you realize the imperfection of perfection. Because at that point, you achieved your life goal. What is there to do now? Everyone's on a level playing field. You've done everything you wanted to. There's nothing to strive for anymore. So, ironically, the person who wants this perfection, who wants this idealist world, right, is literally his whole entire drive is driven off of this unideal world. So as soon as you take away the unideal world, his drive is gone. And this is how it goes for most people. Now, I want to quickly make clear that I'm not saying you shouldn't strive for perfection. If you're going to do something right. Do it perfect, right? But don't be one of these people, and this is what I'm targeting. Don't be one of those people who wishes the world was perfect, or wishes everything was handed to them on a silver platter. Don't be like, I wish I was given a bunch of money. I wish my muscles would just grow faster. I wish this, I wish that. Because if all those wishes were granted, then life would be trivial. Life would be boring. There wouldn't be any purpose to living life. Revel, cherish, appreciate the imperfection of life. Cherish that. I mean, if you were born in some trash situation where, you're living in the Democratic Republic of Congo in the middle of a gang-laden neighborhood where you happen to somehow, I don't know how it's possible, but you have an internet connection and a laptop. Don't be like, I wish I was born in America. I wish everything was perfect, blah, 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 blah. I wish my circumstances, blah, blah, blah. Cherish that. Life has just given you a challenge. That's what makes life fun. Accept the challenge. Get out of it. Make money in USD. I mean, I'm sure USD is worth a lot of money in Congo. Like $10 USD can barely buy you a meal here. I mean, over there, I could probably feed you for weeks. Always appreciate the imperfection of life. And realize, I know this is cliche, but realize the fun is really in the journey as opposed to the end goal. Always be on a journey. The second you start saying, I wish the world was perfect, I wish everything was perfect, blah, 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 then you're now taking away the journey. Because how can you, if everything's perfect at the top, then how can you move any higher? You don't really want it. This is reality. People who say this type of stuff are really the type of people that are making excuses at the end of the day. Because if you really think about it, you don't actually want everything to be perfect. Because then you wouldn't want anything anymore. You would have no more desire to do anything. You would just live everyday life in comfortability. And this type of comfortability is not particularly comfortable. Because you're living without a purpose. You know, at heart, you're going to be... This is the type of stuff that makes people depressed. Honestly. So there's the paradox in perfection. Be happy the world is imperfect. Be happy there are bad people. Okay? Because that gives you an opportunity to make the world better. To help other people. I mean, I object to this kind of thing because then you're focusing on other people's actions as opposed to others. But let's say you want to make the world a better place. That's only possible if the world is not already perfect. That's good. Strive to do that. But don't be the person who just sits in a little corner saying, I wish the world was perfect. Because that would make you a suck-a-tuck.